Hi, welcome to Aqua Occult Tarot. I'm going to be doing a super quick reading about the masculine who was tricked by the karmic. So I drew a couple of cards. One card I drew was from my Moonology Oracle deck. So I drew a card for the masculine and the karmic female. For the masculine, I got a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So this tells us that full moon in Aries, things are going to come together. It's going to be probably at the next full moon. We have a new moon coming this Wednesday, so it's a good time to just be at peace with like the dark sky. So a fiery climax approaches for the masculine. Okay, great. So we know you got tricked by this karmic, so we can only hope that your fiery climax does approach. That would just be so awesome, and I cannot say at this time whether or not it is going to approach or not. And for the karmic female, I drew expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. I'm sure we can definitely expect some powerful change, especially with this awesome confusion card. So while I'm holding it, let me just read a little sample from the book about this card. It actually says that a woman has broken up with her boyfriend. So it says that this woman climbs the mountain wondering whether her decision to leave her boyfriend was the right one. There is another man waiting in the wings. There always is. The silver cloud surrounds her, and it is cold and scary, despite this woman's confusion if she made the right decision on leaving her boyfriend or not. She keeps climbing. She gets all the way to the top. The fog clears, revealing the town at the bottom. The silver clouds makes her realize that she's gone like much farther than she anticipated with this other man who she probably is going to go back to her original love. It's saying that she now knows what to do and she's going to begin the long journey home. So yes, she was very confused, but she's finding clarity. So like there's nothing to lose and there's nothing to solve. Just she needs to let go of expectations and like finding an immediate outcome. Sometimes it takes time to find the right outcome. And then for the masculine energy, for the trickery card, he got tricked by this karmic chick. So this is a really funny, cute little story with this card because it's saying that this dragon has one big acorn that squirrel wants to steal so it can win the annual big acorn contest. So the squirrel's like, give me your big acorn, like let me see if I can trade something of equal value to get it from him. So the squirrel goes and tricks this dragon and fills up a container with rocks and then puts acorns on the top. So when he goes to make the trade with the dragon feels how heavy the bucket is and then is like, ooh, there must be like really dense acorns in there. Sure, I'll trade. So they both lose because now the dragon has less food and the squirrel is disqualified from the contest because he cheated. So, who is not telling the truth and what needs to be said? So with those two oracle cards being described, let's begin the read. So we have this masculine who just got dumped by this karmic. I don't know how else to put it, but the card actually says that she is contemplating whether or not she made the right decision on whether or not to leave her previous boyfriend. So he gets tricked by her, and he has the Queen of Cups on his side. So somehow this guy gets tricked, but he has like an awesome queen that's like lined up for him. Like somehow he's still staying optimistic about this woman. She's looking into the clouds with her telescope for her masculine. So just like there always is another man waiting in the wing for this karmic woman. You know, it could have been this masculine, it could have been the guy after this masculine. Like, there's really nothing saying that this is a divine union here. This is a masculine and a karmic female read. That's what the cards have come up to be so far. But we have the karmic female mimicking to be the divine feminine. She got one of the divine feminine cards, the sun card. So right up from the beginning, she's like, look, I'm going to try to be your divine feminine as hard as I possibly can be, but there's no guarantee that it's going to turn out okay, but I can present this card to you like first and foremost. So she gets that card and she presents herself as the divine feminine, and instantly there's just something off about it. Like Four of Swords, she cannot see anything good. She might just not be good. Like this card is representing like a sick cat. But let's go back to the masculine. So you know, he clearly lost so much. This karmic, I'd have to say, like, tricked him. He could have potentially missed out on, like, an amazing Queen of Cups due to the trickery. And, like, he's crying the loss of everything because he's actually lost more than he's gained at this point. It's horrible. But, like, there's still magic there. You know, he has the Queen. He has the Ten of Wands. Like, there's progress. He's good. He's growing. He's turning into the man he needs to be to actually speak up about the honesty and what needs to be said about being tricked. Maybe that's what the masculine needs to say, is say, hey, I was tricked, or something like that. And it sounds like he was, definitely, because we have the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So this is a little bit of innocent energy. Like, he was just trying to fill his cup and like start a new beginning with someone. So in his mind, in the Emperor's mind, he's thinking like, well, then what's the issue? Because every step I went through helped me and you get one step closer to love, right? And then his divine feminine, the woman who appeared in his Queen of Cups energy, she's probably thinking, well, yeah, sure, if as long as we're apart, yeah, I could only imagine how this is benefiting us, you know. So he just got broken up with the karmic female right now. She turned out to be someone he didn't expect, and then in the end she was like, you know what, I am a divine feminine, I'm just not your divine feminine. So she walks off. She goes to a new location. She's like, I'm gonna be like my own man. You know, she's really taking what she can take. You know, Five of Swords, she's really putting up a small fight with him because initially he didn't want her to go, of course. He didn't. And then we have the King of Swords. It seems like she's just moving on to be with a King of Swords type of energy, and that she has left this masculine on his own to deal with just being tricked. And it sounds like she figured it out. She wants to be with the King of Swords, and then she figured it out for him. She's like, and you should be with the Queen of Cups, not me, who's like the fake Sun card, plus the confusion card, plus the Four of Swords, like, not so good card. And then me walking off is like a whole nother part of my personality, which was probably like destined in the stars if you really think about it. And her confusion was always there. It's just maybe he didn't detect it that well because he was just focused on other things, but it was always there. She definitely told him, I'm confused. And this masculine, I really want him to get this new fiery approach, but it's gonna have to come from within for sure. He's appearing as the Emperor and like going to fill his cup and like having like really hopeful mindset, like, you know, I want to have a new beginning with someone. That's what he keeps saying to himself, but it's gonna take action to do that. It's not just gonna fall into his lap as much as he would hope it's going to. It will, but he has to make that first step. And he really has to become clean very specifically about the Five of Cups card. It's gonna have his emotions tied into the loss that he suffered. If this man's not emotional when he possibly says like, hey, I'm being honest or something, like if he's not emotional, then the Divine Feminine will know that he's not being honest. So especially when he's over trying to fill his own cups, like in his heart with the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups, the Divine Feminine would be thinking, like, I know you experience emotion, so if I don't feel it's genuine when you explain this trickery that happened to you and this Five of Cup loss that you took part in, then I cannot see you as the Emperor, and I will have to look for a new king in my heart, because this Queen of Cups is still looking, but she's looking into the eyes of a game that happened between the masculine and the karmic, where they both tried to get something out of the other person and they ended up both losing each other somehow, but originally they intended on staying together. Well, maybe the masculine intended on staying with her, but the feminine, the karmic female that this reading's about, this confusion card states very clearly that she never stopped thinking about her past and questioned whether or not it was a smart move to be in a union with this masculine. So I'm going to leave the reading there, and have a great start of the week, everyone. Aqua Occult Tarot, this is Ashley signing out.